Greetings. Last video we was talking about the origin of man and Caucasian, where he came from. And we was just about to get into the reason why most people don't think about the Caucasian as being made by the black man is because of the power position that the Caucasian is in today, and the condition that the black man has rendered himself in as being subservient up under the Caucasian. You got a dollar bill, George Washington, and you got a psychology book. I'm going to show you the significance of that in a few seconds. The title of this video and the last video is why Seti, young Pharaoh, and others in Farrakhan don't push like they used to the origin of the Caucasian. And this is the reason why. That funky dollar bill. These brothers sold out, put it like that, and have become agents of the establishment. And we're going to start with the real meaning of Islam. And then we're going to go to the real meaning of Christianity and the real meaning of all the rest of these so-called religions. But we want to make a distinction when we say the Islam that Elijah teaches is different from the Islam that Farrakhan taught, Wallace taught, and those Middle Easterners. It's different because the black man was in a different situation in a different part of the planet and had to deal directly with the Caucasian. And this is going to be a long build. Now you wonder why you got a lot of videos out of police brutality, police killing. You got a lot of videos out about white people calling the police on black people just for existing, doing things, normal things. And y'all don't, each generation of black people get dummied down. They get programmed and reprogrammed and don't realize it. And you forget that you're living behind enemy lines. You are a prisoner of war. You were brought over here against your will. I know you got brothers talking about, well, we was already here. But that don't mean nothing when you conquered. And you ain't in control of your land no more. You're not in control of your own bodies no more. You done lost that privilege because you fell victim to the con game and the war tactics of the Caucasian. Now, Islam, to make a long story short, Islam is a system where we go by God's laws. If you don't believe in God, let's say the universe. You know, the universe has laws, and the universe operates in a cycle. It also, at the same time, is expanding. So if you got a spiral, now a spiral, now you see this, everything is a circle. That's a circle, this is a circle. Even that square is a circle because it's connecting outlines, you know, it's called a square circle. Eyes is a circle. Nose. A hole is a circle. Throat, see that? But a spiral could go spiral down in a circle, or it could spiral up by the vibration that it holds. We're not going to get too scientific on you, but that circle repeats itself. What goes around comes around. So the stories of Osiris is the same as the story of Jesus, or the stories of some of these other prophets in the holy books. If you look at Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago, he whooped the money changers out of Mecca, as these and the idol worshippers out of Mecca. As Moses, you know, as Moses did with the idol worshippers when he came down from the mountains with the 10 Commandments, and he chastised those who worship the golden calf. And in Jesus, he whooped the money changers. And that time, he whooped them out the temple. And at that time, the Romans was occupying the land. And they were bowing down to the Romans' authority when they should have been bowing down to their God's authority. Now, in these modern times, we are voluntarily, the black man, bowing down to this representative. It's an idol. It's an authority government that took over the black man's mind, body, and soul. And everybody here, including myself, are in the culture of this Caucasian, because we depend not on God no more, or the universe, or nature. You know, we don't even worry about nature no more. That's why they're manipulating nature. That's why the scientists are manipulating nature, because he has advanced his knowledge, which he got from the original black man. His scientists are working 24/7. And we don't have that knowledge no more, and we lost the ability to be scientists for the majority. And these brothers, Pharaoh, Seti, Pharaoh, are on a mission assigned by their government, this government here. And most brothers can't peep it. I done figured out that as far as black people concerned, we got the religious black people who are Christians. We got the Islamic who are basically Christians because they kind of superstitious, but they think on the same lines as the Christians when it comes to religion. The only one that thought different was Elijah, who was a scientist. That's different than being a preacher. That's like the alchemists, you know, which Jesus was, and Moses and all of them, they were alchemists. You know, they were practicing what you would call now quantum physics or metaphysics. However you want to say it, it's just a terminology, you know, difference. And if you would teach the origin of the Caucasian, or the beginning of the Caucasian, you would see right away, black man, that you are the God. And you would see right away that you're operating in an illusion. And a lot of black people are inferior. They operate in an inferiority complex because they want to be as good as the white man, and that's what you should never want to be. As good as the white man. We are better than the white man. We're going to define all this. This is going to be a slow build. I'm just skimming over some of this because I don't like to tarry long, but you got to put on your thinking caps. And most of us are like it was in Sodom and Gomorrah now. We in those times. We in all the times combined, but what stands out more is the Sodom and Gomorrah. So stay tuned for part 3.